It is apparently recording. This is my first attempt at recorded video on this camera. Hopefully it works out well. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, it was requested gently that I do an in the bag video. It was not requested firmly. It was in fact gently. Thank you. But in the bag, or my Dynamic Discs Paratrooper bag, available at Another Round Disc Golf. We are going to be going through what I've got in my bag, what it does, why I've got it, etc. Story time. Okay, in the top pocket, or the putter pocket as I call it, I have 5 discs. I have an AJ Risley Warden that I picked up from Another Round Disc Golf. It is my primary approach putter, approach disc when I'm doing, getting closer to the basket while trying to get it actually closer to the basket. Mary Curie Edition reactor in the super new glow plastic that is so obscenely bright that the one I am sending for a friend is still glowing when I wake up in the morning. This is a hand-eye EMAC Truth. It likes to go left. Usually when, not hook shots, not I need this to turn left right now, but left. Super easy, very predictable, wonderful to use. Understable putter. Enough said. Neutral putter. Both of these are in softer plastic because the softer plastic grabs onto the chains. It's less likely for a spit out, which is why I got 5 strokes on a hole instead of 4, because I threw this one because it was in my hand and I'm stupid. Anyway, there's my putter pocket. You'll notice that these two are not putters. They are both mid-ranges. And the reason I keep them in there is because I am practicing with them to see if they really want to stay in my bag. So far they've stayed in my bag. I'm just not willing to move them down yet because I have to take something out to do that. Okay. In my bag, in the main pocket, I have a red disc right in the middle, and then I've got mid-ranges and not mid-ranges. And again, all of them have a use. So we're going to go through this one at a time, or 2 at a time in some cases. Let's start here. Interval line, stable with a little bit of left at the end. They tend to be fairly neutral, but again, predictably go out and turn left, but not as bad as I would have with a rock. For some reason, rocks like to just go, and they do whatever they want to. Granted, it's been a minute since I've thrown a rock, so I'm really not trying to tack that one down. I probably ought to go back to it and re-explore it. Halo, star, regular star with the infused ink stamp on it. I've had this one for a while now. Love it to death. Desperately predictable. It does what I need it to do. And as a friend of mine said on 16 at the Bear, oh God, the line came out. Things have gotten serious. That phrase may have been slightly more colorful at the time. I don't carry 2 of much of anything, but those, because the blue one tends to, the blue one's been beat in longer, the left one tends to go just the green one tends to go just a little bit straighter. compass, and a compass. This one I've had for a while. It is an absolute utility. It goes out with just an easy finish to the left, but it's almost like hanging it on a string. It's really predictable, easy to throw, beat in just absolutely perfectly. It's very comfortable in the hand. Love it to death. It works. Just works wonderfully. The fact that it's got two of my favorite colors in one place is a secondary discussion, but this is an extremely usable disc. If you can put your hands on a compass, do it. Don't worry about the weight. Just grab one, go, leave it in your bag. It's going to be worth having. This one was a gift and does almost the same thing that that one does, but it's hard to explain. It's just a little bit different. But they still, two compasses. As far as I know, everything else in the bag is unique. This disc is an absolute hateful meat hook, and I love it to death. This disc is the first disc I bought after my starter set, and it has been bagged consistently since then. So I've had this about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe not even 2 weeks, less than I've been playing disc golf, and it has been beat horribly and repeatedly. It goes into trees, it goes into rocks, it gets thrown upside down on 14 at Reedy Creek, and it just slides right to the basket. It has been hated upon, and yet it keeps doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. This is a glorious disc, and it is made out of Nintendium as far as I can tell. It just won't die. Okay, what have I got? Titanium Buzz SS. This is more understable than like the Pro Tour Series Buzz SS. It wants to go right. With the right throw, it'll go very, very straight and then ease to the right. This one is extremely useful for gentle right-hand curving shots. It works really well for that. Quite possibly the prettiest disc I've got in my bag. It is a Johnny McRae Fuse. It is wonderful. It is gorgeous. It turns right. End of statement. And it does it predictably. I guess it wasn't the end of statement. Okay, what have I got here? Champion Mako 3. The most underrated disc in disc golf, period. The numbers on it are 5500. It ought to be a 55, negative 0.5, 0.5. Because you can get absolute flex shots out of this thing all day long. It doesn't take your entire body to throw. It is a wonderful, neutral, straight flying disc that if you want it to finish right, it'll finish right. If you want it to finish left, it'll finish left. All you got to do is talk to it right, and it will do everything you need it to. This disc will always have a place in my bag. Unless I can't throw Innova anymore, which would be tragic. But Mako, go get one. They're wonderful. Straight. This disc will go straight, period. Hanging on a string, it goes. It goes, it goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. This is the red disc in the middle of my bag because looking at that profile, I can't tell at a glance whether it's a mid-range or a fairway driver, and that's how I use it to divide. I've got the skinny stuff and the fat stuff, and this is right in between skinny and fat. So this one right here, if you need something that goes that way, there's my recommendation. It is slightly straighter than a compass. It's slightly straighter than a compass, not quite as straight as the Mako, but very little is, it will finish very gently left, but predictably so, works well, throws well, comfortable in the hand, really good disc. Thought Space Mantra, slightly understable driver. It goes. And then about the time you think it ought to crash by now, it's still going. Thin profile, really unique stamp. This one and the Atom putter that I've got. Both of these were gifts from DGPT when I was helping them set up for the championship. It was a very good time. I recommend hanging out with those guys. Straight, finishes to the right, or finishes to the left. Really, really useful, high utility distance. I don't remember the numbers on this one right now, but it likes to go that way, really fast. Again, wonderful, easy to grip, feels good in the hand. I think this one is moonshine plastic, so it should glow, but I'm not sure about that. This is something called an S-Line CD2 with the Another Round Tumbling Pint stamp on it. The color combination was absolutely fascinating. Love it to death. Overstable. Not desperately overstable. I've got desperately overstable in my bag. This is not it. It does, however, go out and to the left. So, or at least when I throw it, other people, your mileage may vary. 152. This is a 152 gram disc. It, like it's been shot out of a cannon, hanging on a string, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and it does it fast. The problem is it hits things and then bounces forever. But if I need something to go that way, this one. If I need it, this is currently the farthest disc I've got in my bag reliably. This is my farthest flying reliable disc. And it's gorgeous. I love this one. It is absolutely worth every bit of having this with me all the time. Yeah, it's in there. It's always going to be in there. This is my second one in this weight and this color because the first one got eaten by the right side of 7 at Tormatown, and as far as I know, it's still there. It really usable. You can make it Anheuser, you can make it Heiser, it'll go straight. Finish seems to be highly dependent on your mood for the day, what direction the wind is blowing, whether or not whether or not the McDonald's properly defrosted the eggs on your egg McMuffin this morning before handing it to you. It relies on everything and nothing, but it goes that way really fast, and if you wanted to go that way, it'll go that way. If you wanted to go that way, it'll go that way. It's not going to go as far as this one, but if I need to thread a needle, this is what comes out of my hand. I don't remember how I got this disc, but it is the most bafflingly straight disc I've ever thrown, and then it crashes left right as it starts to stall. It goes, and then crash, boom, done. Can't get it to go as far as I think it ought to go, but really, 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 really useful. This is something called an Orion Long Fade. Greg Barsby sold me this disc. It's pretty. And another disc that I don't throw as much as I ought to, but I really, really should. This is a Crave. This is a fairway driver, 6.5, 5, -1, so it should just go straight out. By the numbers, it should fly very similar to the Warship. And they kind of do, but they kind of don't, because I feel like there's this, the way they end up mushing together is sort of strange. Let's see, what else have I got in my bag? I usually have a water bottle with me, because water bottle, gotta have a rag. It does not have to be a clean rag. Then I've got a pen, I've got snacks, I've got markers, and that's it. There you go. Somebody wanted to know what was in my bag, and that's in my bag.